Well, merry impeachment, as those at the Washington Post say each and every day. Merry impeachment to you. Merry impeachmas, I guess is how they're putting it. It is very exciting news. The New York Times splashing across its front page, Trump impeached. And then the Washington Post, Trump impeached. Everybody very excited about the impeachment. The Washington Post reveled in this. Philip Rucker, Felicia Sonmez, and Colby Itkowitz. The House of Representatives voted late Wednesday to impeach President Trump on charges that he abused his office and obstructed Congress, with Democrats declaring him a threat to the nation and branding an indelible mark on the most turbulent presidency of modern times. Oh, an indelible mark. Is it so indelible? Because when people think of Bill Clinton's presidency, the only thing they think about is impeachment, not the economy, not welfare reform, not the fact that his wife would go on to become a Democratic nominee herself. Nope. They only think about the impeachment. It's an indelible mark. After 11 hours of fierce argument on the House floor between Democrats and Republicans over Trump's conduct with Ukraine, lawmakers voted almost entirely along party lines to impeach him. By the way, the only people who did not vote along party lines were the 3 Democrats who voted not to impeach and Tulsi Gabbard, who abstained from the voting, who voted present. Trump becomes the third president in U.S. history to face trial in the Senate, a proceeding that will determine whether he is removed from office less than 1 year before he stands for re-election. Spoiler alert, nope, not going to happen. According to the Washington Post, on Trump's 1,062nd day in office, Congress brought a momentous reckoning to an unorthodox president who has tested America's institutions with an array of unrestrained actions, including some that a collection of his own appointees and other government witnesses testified were reckless and endangered national security. It's a reckoning, momentous reckoning. And you saw Democrats cheering yesterday, very, very excited about all of this. Then there was that awkward moment where they realized he's not exiting office. And you got that famous gif of Kanye West where he's smiling and then it suddenly goes to like, That's kind of the Democrats as they realize that the impeachment doesn't mean anything because it's an entirely political act and they do not run the Senate. The Democratic-controlled House passed 2 articles of impeachment against Trump, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, neither of which is a crime. Of course, the House voted 230 to 197 to approve the article charging abuse of power, with the gavel falling about 8:30 p.m. right in the middle of The Masked Singer. So you had this bizarre split screen on Fox where they cut into The Masked Singer to show the commentators on Fox News, and everybody's like, wait a second, I want to know who the Fox was. Like, why doesn't someone just tell me who the Fox was? No one cares about the impeachment. Let's be real about this. On the obstruction of Congress vote, which followed soon after, the tally was 229 to 198. All Republicans voted against both articles. Among Democrats, 2 voted no on the first article, 3 voted no on the second. Representative Tulsi Gabbard voted present both times. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi framed the day's proceedings. So here was Nancy Pelosi's opening statement. It was very solemn, very somber. And this was the supposed mood that was being created: solemnness, somberness, solemnity, sadness, and any other S word you can think of that makes you feel very sober. Here is Nancy Pelosi wearing her Emperor Palpatine costume and then reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, which, again, the last time I checked, Democrats wanted to ban from public school classrooms. But here's Nancy Pelosi.
Very sadly now, our founders' vision of a republic is under threat from actions from the White House. That is why today, as Speaker of the House, I solemnly and sadly open the debate on the impeachment of the President of the United States. If we do not act now, we would be derelict in our duty. It is tragic that the President's reckless actions make impeachment necessary. He gave us no choice.
No. You had a choice and you just didn't do it. Now, the best part, again, of all of this was the theatrical stupidity of all this. The Democrats pretending that they're very solemn and upset about having to do this, despite the fact that, again, they've spent 3 years openly screaming for lightning to hit Trump, openly praying that the alligator moat opens up beneath Trump, that Jabba the Hutt's gate opens up and Trump falls down into the Rancor pit, right? I mean, that's what they've been praying for 3 long years. And finally, they did it yesterday, and they're like, no, we're not excited about this. We're not excited about this. Yeah, you're not excited about this. Mm-hmm. You're about as not excited about this as a new husband on his wedding night. Sure. Here's a montage of all the Democrats proclaiming how sad and solemn and sad and sober they are.
Today, under the dome of this temple of democracy, to exercise one of the most solemn powers that this body can take.
It's with solemn purpose today that I vote to impeach.
Madam Speaker, it is with a solemn sense of duty that I write.
Madam Speaker, as we take this solemn, necessary step of impeaching President Trump,
I rise on this solemn occasion.
Impeaching a president is one of the most solemn and consequential.
I cast this solemn vote for the many individuals in my district.
Members of Congress swear a solemn oath to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and today we fulfill our oath.
Madam Speaker, I rise with a heavy heart to support this resolution.
I rise today with a heavy heart.
It is with a heavy heart, but a resolved one.
Madam Speaker, it is with a heavy heart and a profound sense of the gravity of this moment that I rise today in support of the impeachment.
Madam Speaker, I rise with a heavy heart. The two most difficult votes any member of Congress ever has to cast to vote to go to war are to impeach.
Today, as Speaker of the House, I solemnly and sadly open the debate.
This is a very sad day, and I do not take impeachment lightly.
I am saddened, but I'm not shocked.
It's with profound sadness that I stand here today.
It is a sad day in America.
Today, sadly, we are voting to impeach President Donald John Trump.
Yes, I am saddened, but I'm not shocked.
Everybody's sad. Everybody's sad. So sad. Now, if you believe this, it's because you're unbelievably stupid and gullible. So sad. Oh, you can see them weeping, the tears. They're so upset. And they're so sober. It's like a funeral out there. I mean, it's so sober. What a sober moment in America's history when we have to impeach this guy that we absolutely wish would just effing die. Like, man, it's just, wow. It's so sober and so sad and so sober sad. Facts don't care about your feelings, and it's a fact that The Ben Shapiro Show is the largest conservative podcast in the nation. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our content.